Hello everyone. In this video, I want to show you first of all how to create a React application. I know I showed you in the lab, so let's do it together quickly. One more time, and then I want to show you how to use API. So then I will show you how to use Firebase database. Okay. As I said, in order to create React application, you need to download Node.js. Yes, I have already downloaded. So if you didn't, please download this Node.js. And after when you finish downloading, you will open command line. You will type cmd and command line. And here now I'm in C disk user folder and user folder. I don't want to create my React application in this folder, so I will go to the folder where I want to create my React application. So I will type cd, so it will go out from all the folders to the root C disk. So I'm now in C disk. And here I want to go to D disk. I will type D, and now I'm in D disk. So here I want to create application as used in, I showed you command create npx, create React app. Let us call this app final web app. So creating a new React app. And if you will get an error, someone will get an error after this command, you can try this. You will first of all run command npm install create React app, and then after this create React app will be installed, you will run the command create React app and name of your app. In this case, final web app, and this should work. This is for in case if this npx create React app will give an error. So let us wait. So the project is downloaded, and now we suggest that you begin by typing. So we will type cd, go to our final web app, and now we are inside of our application, and we'll run npm start. And at the same time, we should open this our application in VS Code. So this is final web app. Okay, this is our project. If we'll go inside of our source folder, we can see these files. And now here, we'll wait until it will start. Okay, so here we can write each one and final web. And let us see, starting the development server. And now, as you can see, we see this H1, our changes. And now inside of our source folder, so you can write here, write your application. For example, final web app. So let this be header, yes, header, and inside we will have title, yes, title with my final web app. And so in order to write CSS, we have here app CSS file. Yes, this CSS file. We can use this file. Now we don't need these styles. We will delete. And if I click this button, I will have double screen. Here app.js, and this is my CSS. And I want to give, this is header, yes, class name header, and here header, for example, background color, let it be width, and inside we have h1 tag, my final app, and it will be so let's see the changes. This is, so let's give height, yes, our header's height will be 30% of viewport height, and we'll type padding 0, margin 0, any changes. Okay. And I want to place this title at the center, to the center. I will type, for example, display flex and justify content center, and align items also center, and yes. Now let's make this final web app h1 bigger. So I will give class name and title. This is our class name, and we will select here and write, for example, font size. Let's make it 20 pixels. Let's see. Oh, let's make it 30 pixels, 40 pixels, and change color to make it brown. You can, so you can style however you want. Maybe let's choose more darker color. Oh, okay, let's final web app. And this was our header, yes. In the lab, I showed I created this header in another component. So this is, you can create right inside of your app folder, app group folder, and you can also create header component explicitly and import it here and use it here. It's good for complex apps, and for small apps, it's good to have it here, but it's more convenient and more clear and more elegant to use components. Yes. So let's create component header and import it here instead of this one. So I showed the first way, and let me show the second way is components. I will create inside of the source folder. I will close and open, and now I'm in source folder, and here I will create component folder, components folder. Inside I will create, for example, inside components folder, I will create header header folder, and inside headers folder, I will create header.js. Yes, and for CSS, I will create header.css. Now here, I will create component. The component's name will be header. Yes, header. It's a JavaScript function. As you can see, it's really important to export it. I'm now exporting this header because I want to use this header component in another file. So I'm exporting here. Yes, and here I will return a JSX code. So it will be. So let me just take this Control X and place it here. So this is my header, yes, and this styles Control X, and this is header CSS. I will place it here, Control V. And in order to now we can see the changes. In order to see this component, we should now we just created component header, but we never used anywhere. Let's use it in this app.js file. In our root component, I will type VS Code will itself can import. So header, yes, header, and I will click import is already done here. We can import it by ourselves also if actually we firstly must import, but as VS Code it can automatically import itself. I usually just type it here, the component's name, and VS Code is importing for me. Header from, and it is in components folder, inside header folder, inside header.js. So now I imported this header component, and let me use it here. Header, yes, self-closing tab. Now I created header component, which is this one, header with class name header, and inside we have title, and I imported it here. Now I can see this in my page. So you may ask, where is the styles? Yes, the styles is we created the styles, but we didn't import. So, and we are not using here. In order to use the styles, we should import it. Import, and it's in the same folder. Yes, they are in the same folder. So that's why I'll write header.css. Just now styles are there. So, and in the same, you can create another files, another folders for footer if you use footer for other components. Okay, so now let me go to this. Let me close. I don't need it. I created header, and here let me add button or okay, button with text fetch data, and on when I click to fetch data, I want to do something. I want to console log this. So let me write the function which will console log. Fetch data function. Yes, this is arrow function, as you remember, arrow function, and it will console log button is clicked. Button is clicked. Button is clicked, and now on click to this button, I want to run this function. I want to call this function. So here ours my button I just created, and I'm opening the console. And now I'm clicking to this button, and button is clicked, you can see. Okay, now API. What about API? So let me open this link. Here you can see all public APIs. All public APIs, and you can use here, for example, animals, yes. And inside animals, we have any API, you can use it here. For example, oh, by the way, this all section, if here writes no, it means this API, you can use API without authentication. You don't have to sign up in order to use their API. And if there is API key written, it means that you, in order to use their API, you should first of all sign up. Then they will give you an API key. They will generate a unique API key for you, and you will place it. You will use this API key in your requests, and only by using API key they can give you an access to their database, to their pictures and data, and without API key they will not give you anything. Okay, so in the lab we see how to use APIs that they which don't require authentication, and now I want to show you APIs, how to use APIs which requires authentication. Okay, and here there are a lot of APIs, and I want to show you this one, the dog, and as you can see, it requires API key. It is a public service all about dogs, free to use when making a fancy new app, website, or service. So let's go inside to this API. And every API has their documentation. Documentation is there is explain how to use this API. I will open this documentation in a new tab. Yes, and here it's free. Now here get your API key from. So now from this link you can get our API key, and then this is example. So how we will send requests, HTTP API that this link, yes, this link. So first let's use this link. Yes, let's use this link. So here is we will send fetch request or HTTP request, and we will do it like this. So, well, let us see what is fetch. Yes. So as you can see here, fetch is by using fetch. Inside we will write a link URL to which we want to send a request, and we will write then it means that this fetch will return us a promise, and we will wait for this promise, and when this will send us a response, we will get this response and convert it into a JSON. We should convert it to JSON in order to use it in our file, in our application. And then this JSON also will return us a promise, and that's why we will again catch their response with then. We'll write then when you will give us a data. So we are getting data from this promise, from this JSON. and console log data. This is like template of fetching data from your URLs. Okay, so let me copy this and paste it here. And here I will put the link which I get from here. Yes, this link. I want to send request to this link. Paste it. So what am I doing here? I'm fetching, then converting it to JSON. Then we will console log data. Let us see. Where is our application? This is our application. So I'm clicking to this button. Button is clicked, and we got something. We got, oh, actually, their written is API key is required, but they gave us some data. It's really strange, but they gave us because I expected an error saying you didn't authorize and you don't have API key. Please get API key and fetch and try again, something like this. But they gave us the data. Okay, so what we got here, we got breeds. So we did what we did here. We said we want images and search. And what we get here, we got image, yes, this image URL and breeds. In breeds, it is sporting, Bradford. So the this breed's name, Chesapeake Bay Retriever, temperament, affectionate, intelligent, quiet, dominant, happy. So the dog's temperament and their weight. So we can use this data, which data we want. So if you want, for example, in your application, so let's we fetch this data. Yes, let's so here inside this data. Oh, by the way, let's see this documentation. What we can do, we can search and pagination, search by breed, search by category, search by file type, favorites. So let's search by breeds. Yes. And the properties for each breed will increase. How we will take breeds. Get this link, and copy and here, fetch data, and we got breeds, all the breeds. And let me try this one, number 10, only 10. So let's work for this because this is another API. Now, what we got the list of breeds. And we inside of each breed we have information about their height, about their image, yes, and their name. So let us display in the screen their name and their image and their a little information about this type of dog. Small bred for small rodent hunting black dog. So we got the data and inside. What we will do? Const, let me create empty array, and inside will be dogs and set dogs. And what's inside of these dogs? I want to see dogs map, and so that take each dog and return each one with just, let's write dog 1. And yes, now we don't see anything because our dogs array is empty, and we want to fill this array with data which we got from this API, from this link URL. So what we will do, what will I do here is set dogs and data. Set dogs data. Now it's not empty. So fetch data. So we got this data, yes. And inside of each data, I have an object which has a name. Yes, I want to use this dog. I will write dog.name. Now dogs and their names, and I want to use their image. So I will write image, and I want to, if you will see this kind of error, it means that you should wrap it into a root tag, root div. I will wrap into a root div. And image src will be, source will be dog.image. Dog.image and image.url. In order to get its URL, we should write image.url. Image.url. Now we got their images. So let's give height and width. Width will be 300 and height will be 300. Now we got their name and their image, and we can style this div. So this is our app.js, yes, and for their style we will use app.css. I will open in the second window and close it here, and I will write here class. I will give a class name called dogs list, yes, and I will use it here, and I want to make it display grid and grid template columns, 1FR. I want to have 2 columns, 1FR, and their name. I don't want in a such way. I want to make control that together. The names and image will be together. Div. Oh no. I'm returning back. So this container doc list, yes. This container doc list. So this will be doc item, and I want to wrap it here in order to make the image and the title together. Now here I will give class name called doc dogs list. Now, here, as we can see, there are a list of dogs and their images. Так, here, so we can center it, margin 100 pixels from top and outer from right and left, and we should give a width. That's why it's not working. Width. Mm. 100 is too much. So auto, margin auto, or maybe align cell and center. No. Okay, we'll fix it later. You can try it by yourself. It's CSS issue. Okay. Now I want to see some more information about each dog. Yes, we have information. Now we use image and lifespan. We can see their lifespan. So we are seeing their name and image. We can see their height. So let's breadth for see here image and h2 and dog dot this data. Breadth for Control C, Control V. Let's change its color. Column breadth, or you can name it however you want. Control Z. Breadth for and color. So you can see view another. Let's make it P, just not H2, but P. Okay. And let's see another information. Oh, let's write like this. Breadth for information. So let's make B X breadth for a inside B will be breed group, and inside will be dog, breed group. The breed group and country code, lifespan, or let's use this lifespan. So here lifespan, and here dog lifespan, and we see the lifespan And we can use this original service. Let's use origin tag. Yes. Oh, origin, why it's empty? Or some of the we don't have this information, origin information. That's why it's empty. Let's not use this one, okay? Let's use this temperament. Yeah. So we can you can like create like this web application which will give you an information about dogs. It's really cool. You can also style them however you want. I showed it. You can just give a class name and style it here. Okay, this is for API. By the way, for if your API will require API key, you will do like this. For example, in this shopping API, and we have here Best Buy products, yes, and they require API key. And inside, we can see this. So their URL is HTTP, and this URL. Getting started. Before you can get started using your APIs, you need an API key. It's easy. Just visit Get API Key and sign up with your email address. We will send you an email with instructions on how to activate your new key. Once you have activated your key, you are ready to roll. So let's try first of all to use their URL, their API without API key. So this is their documentation. And let's try to fetch some data from this URL. We will add another function called fetch shopping info. And fetch, and here we'll type, copy paste the link. Then we will type then. We'll take response and convert this response to JSON. Then we will type then and get data and convert console log data. So this is our fetching function, and I want to use it. Fetch data, fetch dogs, in another button called fetch shopping info, and click. We will use fetch shopping info. This. So now we can see two buttons, fetch shopping info, and if that's clear our console, and I'm clicking to this button, fetch shopping info, and I got an error because control no access control allow origin has been blocked by course policy. So this is because we don't have an API key. So some of the APIs, they strictly require an API key. So let's solve this issue. So here here in getting started section, they have a link. Yes, get API key. I will visit this link, and here I need to sign up or sign in. Sign in to developer, create an account. I don't have an account, so I will create an account. And create accounts. Use this number to look up your member ID. So phone number, it's not eligible for Kazakhstan, I guess. Yes. Yes. So I think you can't use this API because we cannot now create an account. So let's see another API. For example, the sports API for get information about football leagues and cups. So they also require API key. And we use API keys to allow access to the API. You can register a new API key in RapidDB or directly on our dashboard. They come on RapidDB and our dashboard are dissociated. Each of this registration has its own URL and API. You must therefore adapt your scripts. So this is their link. Let's use this link. And we are expected to get an error. If I will click, we got this error, missing application key, missing API key. Yes, we don't have API key right now, and now we will get it. How we will get API key? Dashboard. So we also here need to register. Sign up. Okay, now I will open my Gmail and there I will get an API key. So, I got this email in my email, this message, and we are happy to have you abroad. To get started, click the link below. So we should click the link, this link. And I guess I will, in my profile, my access API. Oh, this is my API key. Yes, this is my API key. I will copy. And here I will create constant variable called API key and paste my API key here. And in my request, so I'm getting error, yes, right now. And I will type start status. So which information I want? Type free. Get account, not status. I want to get some data from this API. So predictions. Where is the year endpoint? IT team search. To get the photo of the coach, you have to call the following URL. Okay, we can see countries, yes, leagues, seasons, and we have, yes, this link. In order to see leagues, here we have this link. Let's use this link. Control C, Control V. Now I will reload the page, fetch, and we got error because API key. Now we will use our API key here. I guess we will write API key is equal to API key is not defined. Why? Why is not defined? Yes, I pasted in fetch data function, and all the variables which is inside of a function, it is not accessible outside of the function. So that's why we didn't see API key. Variables must be created outside of the function if you want to use this variable in other places. If I want to use variable only in the function, I can create inside of the function. So we can do like this, but generally we can even create here. Now fetch click API from has been blocked, no access control. make sure to replace with your API key. Transports. Cool. Okay, so if we will scroll down, we will see this. So we will go to this JavaScript, and we are using fetch, yes. And in order to receive a data, we should have this variables. So let's just copy. Let's copy all of them. And put it here inside of this fetch shopping info. We will change this name of the function later. Now we are using not RapidAPI key, but we are using this one. In authentication part, do you remember we got to choose to use RapidAPI or dashboard, and I click to this dashboard, and this one, yes, API sports. So we will have a XAPI sports key. So it will be headers. I will delete this one, and inside, instead of X RapidAPI key, I will X API sports key, and here must be my API key. Let's see. Shall be now. It should work. Result. Let's try. So loading the page, fetch. It's being locked. Response to campus. So hard to use this API. Oh, so complicated. Here, my headers, yes. XAPI sports key, and this is our key method. Follow. What's wrong? Okay, let's solve this. Okay, here, so if we try to fetch, we get these errors, and the problem is here. We should place endpoint, which we want. That's why we were getting the error. And if we will open the documentation, and if, for example, you want to see links or countries, yes, for example, countries, you can copy this link. Yes. History. So endpoint here must be countries, or I can just replace all link. Now, if I will reload the page and click to fetch shopping info, I got this data. Yes. Now, because I have API key, they gave me access to their data. And here it's not a text, but JSON. And clear the console, fetch. So I'm getting countries and response, and inside response we have these countries, yes. So let's use this data. So we want to see we will create here another const countries that countries. We will use state. For more information, you can search useState React and read more about this useState hook. This is hook. And now it's empty as countries. After it will be loaded, I will now here create another div with class list. Later I will give some styles. So class list will be countries. And inside I will map countries. Countries map and take every country and each return each one with country, just country. Now I will not see anything. Now when I click to the button, when I fetch, I want to see I don't want to just console log the result. Yes, I want also first console log the result, and in the result we have response, which is an array. Yes. Now I will write set countries, result dot response, and now let's see what we will get. I'm clicking and I got just string. Yes. And now I want to see here not the string h1, but h2, where will be country dot name. Yes, this name, and their code or their flag. Let's view their flag. So image src country that image was this flag. So we are getting this error because we need to wrap into a div. And country that flag. Yes, flag. Yes, we got country name and their flag. We can set width, height. Let's just width. Yes. So here we can also these countries make display grid template columns, one far, 3 columns. So now we use two APIs. Yes, we use two APIs. And if I will reload the page and click the fetch docs button, I will get docs. So here each child in list should have a unique key prop. Let's solve this problem. Each child. So here we are mapping. Yes, and we will here give a key called, for example, dog, and that name. Now we gave unique key to each of the elements, and we don't see this error. And fetch shopping info. Let's change the button text. It will be fetch countries. When I click the fetch countries, I will get error also. Yes, key prop. So let's solve this one in countries. Here, div, I will give key country that name. So this key must be unique. Okay. Now I don't see this error. Yes. Now if I scroll down, we can see these countries. So let's do like this. If I will fetch countries, fetch countries. Let's see. When I will fetch countries, I don't want to see these dogs. So let's do like this in order to solve this issue, because now what's happening? We are first fetching dogs. Yes, we can see the dogs, and when we fetch countries, it's appearing under these dogs. So we will see, we are seeing it under this dog images. So when I will click to fetch countries function, I want to empty set dogs, this dogs array, make it empty. Set dogs and just empty. Let's see, will it work? Yes, it's working. And to the fetch dogs also, I want to, when I click to fetch dogs, I want to make set countries and to empty array. And now if I will fetch dogs, I will see only dogs, and I will fetch countries, I will see only countries. So this is for API. Try to style these buttons. Yes. In order to style this button, in here we will give a class name. Yes, class name called fetch or just dogs. Btn. And let's border none, heading 10 pixels and 20 pixels. Yes. And background color. So this, and text color will be white, and font weight, let's make it bold. For the bodies, see, yes. And the same for countries Btn. Countries button, and color will be Let's see. Here, class name. Yes, you can center this by wrapping these two buttons into a div. Yes. By the way, you can, I don't know, class name, ETNs container. Container, display text, specify content, center, and add some column gap and margin top. Yes, now you have such a web application by using APIs. Okay, now in the second video, I will try to show how to use database. This is all for APIs. If you have questions, you can write to me on OCS. Here, search. This is new account. The old previous account is not available now. Try to search like this and give your questions there.